Why is Argentina renowned for racism? Because it's gotten so bad to the point where it's becoming even normal for kids to do it. Long story short, Argentina wanted to be seen as more European. Why? Romanticism, which was seen as a sign of progress, a sign of creativity, and a sign of more freedom of expression. In Argentina, this was mainly led by thinkers such as Domingo Faustino Sarmiento and Juan Bautista Alberti, who somehow looks like Abraham Lincoln here, but anyways. They were key figures in Argentina to basically say that civilization was needed and European immigration had to be at the heart of it. This also meant that the indigenous people of the land were seen as barbaric and no good for civilization. This caused the conquest of the desert in the 1880s, where the Argentine state, led by Julio Argentino Roca, pretty much drove out all of the indigenous people of the Patagonia territory at the time, thereby establishing more immigration to Argentina from Europe. Now, bear in mind that this is in the 1800s leading into the 1900s, so a lot of the immigrants there are naturally white, especially from the likes of Spain and Italy, which has been going on for centuries. So naturally, because of how much Argentina favored European immigration, they were a lot more scornful towards black people. And let's just say that favoritism has spread for centuries on end. So what we know of Argentina today. Now, I'm not saying that every Argentinian is racist, obviously not. But the country has developed a very bad reputation for racism. Unfortunately, we can't stop racism. We can only tame it. And the only way we can tame it is to make sure that the next generation is not infected with these illogical ideologies about certain races just because it's a preconceived notion among the general public. Forget just the next generation, just anyone who wants to learn more about other people, really. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. Please handle yourself accordingly when it comes to matters like this.
Argentina is the most racist country in the world, with the most racist people in the world. Kylian Mbappe just said in a Champions League match, a guy called Gianluca Prestiani, who plays for Benfica, put his shirt over his mouth and called Vinicius Jr., a black Brazilian player, monkey 5 times, which Mbappe heard. Vinicius heard it, Benfica players heard it. So people who are now trying to claim that this player never said it, this is Champions League football for those who don't know. That's all nonsense. Prestiani, Italian name, is Argentine because, and again, this is the history of Argentina. Listen, I'm going to do a video about Argentina because, you see, I've realized that my videos now, they're getting like millions of views. So I'm clearly like, I make certain things that people actually watch and care about. So Argentina is on the list now. This country is so racist, it blows my mind because it's 2026. They've got a racist president, a white supremacist president called Milei. They had a situation where this Argentine woman was in Brazil and made monkey chants at a waiter. She was arrested and is now facing 5 years in prison. And she's all over the place because in Brazil, being racist is illegal. It's not in Argentina, but it's illegal in Brazil. And she's facing prison time and she's now begging to go back home. Last year, there was an Argentinian woman who was caught on camera calling a Mexican, she was in Mexico, calling a Mexican traffic person the N-word. I saw the video. She got arrested, put in jail, and they were throwing things at her when she got released from prison, and then she got deported, banned from Mexico. What is wrong with that country? There's a guy who plays for Chelsea, an Argentine player, who was caught on camera singing a racist song with his Argentinian teammates on camera, posted it on social media. It's a racist song about the French national team because they've got a lot of black African players. And this was during the Copa America. France wasn't even playing in the Copa America. And they were saying, listen, this country, I cannot tell you how racist Argentina is. I lived in Colombia for a while, so I know about, and Colombians were telling me that, listen, man, you don't want to go to Argentina. I went to Brazil. Brazilians were telling me, you don't want to go to Argentina. Every South American country I went to told me that do not go to Argentina. Everything I've seen out of that country, it is mind-blowing. It's like these people are living in 1925. Guys, the history of that country, a lot of Nazis after World War II went to seek refuge in Argentina and Brazil as well. Guys, the video's coming. I just wanted to let you know that if you are a black person, you are crazy if you go to Argentina. We've got to start making more videos about our country. What the hell is going on over there?
This World Cup has shown me how racist Argentinians are. I mean, I fuck with Messi. Messi's cool, but the rest of you guys, what the fuck is going on? A little while back, I went on vacation to Mexico and I became friends with this Argentinian dude. And even he was telling me, like, yo, honestly, I don't mess with a lot of other Argentinians because of how racist and, like, close minded they are. But to the rest of my Latinos around the world, hey, we appreciate you. Colombia, Chile, El Salvador, Ecuador. And you know, how could I forget about Mexico? Brazil, yo! Portuguese. I mean, Portugal isn't South American, but you get the point.
I know a lot of people have talked about this before, but I did not realize how racist Argentinians were until the World Cup came in. And in no way am I trying to shit on Argentina because I've met great Argentinian people and, I'm a big Messi fan. But this is based off like my own personal experience. So me and my boy were out one time and then we decided to sit down because we took a lot of steps. And at the time I was wearing my Maradona jersey with his signature on it. And these two Argentinian guys came up to me asking me if I was Argentinian. And mind you, they had big smiles. Big smiles. And then I said, no, I'm from El Salvador, but I really love Argentina. And despite giving them the praise, their smiles completely disappeared. Like, what the fuck, bro? Dude, like, as soon as you hear that I'm Central American, and specifically Salvadorian, boom, like, smile completely disappears. Dude, and in my head, I was like, did I say some shit about your mother for you to react that way? But now with the stuff that I'm hearing about them, it all adds up.
Argentina showing their ass so far this World Cup is not surprising to me at all. There really needs to be a study done on Argentina and like why it's so racist. I saw somebody say that Argentina is way too poor to be as racist as it is, and I honestly agree. I don't understand how your government and politics can be so shit, and then the first thing you're worried about is black people. You guys have a lot more to worry about. And it sucks because I'm a Barca fan. I love Messi, but I can never root for Argentina when it comes World Cup time. Ever. Like, it's not going to happen. It has never happened. And part of me can't wait till he retires because he's still putting up generational games for them. He makes the hate watches so hard. And also, just like the history of racism that the country has and its eugenics practices, they're a country that encouraged Nazi German immigration, prioritized European infrastructure to get more white people to come to their country. And a lot of those white people that came over were German, post-World War II, Nazi Germans. So them being racist now is not really like that crazy of an idea. Like, no shit, they have a history rooted in colorism, eugenics, and inferiority complex.
1 in 3 people in Argentina was black African. Today, they're gone. This is how they were erased. 1810, Argentina was a black country. 30% of Buenos Aires was African. Enslaved people, free artisans, mothers, soldiers. They built the city, they created the tango, but Argentina's white elite wanted a European country. So they made a plan to erase an entire people. And it worked. First, the wars. When Argentina fought Paraguay, they conscripted black men first. Sent them to the front lines. Tens of thousands died. Then came 1871. Yellow fever swept through Buenos Aires. The white neighborhoods fled. The black neighborhoods were quarantined, locked in. Thousands died in their homes. Then President Sarmiento made it official policy. He wrote that Argentina needed to whiten itself. He invited millions of European immigrants, gave them free land. Black survivors got nothing. Then came the cruelest blow. The census started reclassifying black people as wheat-colored. With the stroke of a pen, they erased black identity. Black history was edited out of textbooks. By 1900, the world believed Argentina had no black population. The truth? They had been buried, conscripted, starved, renamed, erased. Today, 150,000 Afro-Argentines are fighting to be recognized again. The tango still belongs to them. The history still belongs to them.
Argentina was once a black country. Not had some black people. In 1810, roughly 3 in 10 people in Buenos Aires were black. By 1887, that number had collapsed to under 2%. Today, during the 2026 World Cup, that history is colliding with football, and people are asking what actually happened. This wasn't an accident. In the 19th century, Argentine leaders like Domingo Faustino Sarmiento and Juan Batista Arbate built a national vision around one idea: that civilization meant becoming European. Sarmiento's own writings show he viewed black populations as a problem to be solved, not citizens to be included. As president, Sarmiento's government threw opened the doors to European immigration, offering free land and infrastructure to attract millions of settlers from Europe. Afro-Argentines, meanwhile, got none of that support. At the same time, the state rewrote the record. Census reclassified black Argentines under vague categories like trigueno, white, colored, erasing African identity on paper. School textbooks dropped black history from the national story. By 1900, the country had successfully sold the world and itself on the idea that Argentina had no black population to begin with. That's the well documented part. A deliberate state driven project to build a white national identity and erase the people who didn't fit it. Now, here's where I want to be straight with you. If you spend time on TikTok, Twitter, Threads, or Facebook, you've probably seen viral claims going further that the government deliberately sent black conscripts to die on the front lines in the Paraguayan War, deliberately let a black neighborhood die during the 1871 yellow fever epidemic as a form of ethnic cleansing. Those are popular claims circulating widely online, but they are not settled history. Historians are actually divided here. Some point into intermarriage assimilation into mixed race categories and accounting as bigger drivers of the population's disappearance than any single deliberate massacre. So take those specific claims as claims, not confirmed fact. The whitening policy and the erasure are real. The engineered mass death version is disputed. Fast forward 2026 World Cup. The debate isn't just historical anymore, it's on the pitch. In 2024, Chelsea's Enzo Fernandez posted a video of Argentina's players singing a chant mocking the French national team's black African heritage after their Copa America win. It set off investigation by both Chelsea and FIFA, and France Football Federation threatened legal action. Instead of dying down, the chant spread. Fans kept singing it at matches across Argentina. That history is exactly why, heading into this World Cup cycle, Argentina's own federation had to publicly warn its fans that FIFA would impose sanctions, including reduced stadium capacity, if discriminatory chants were heard again. Now, I understand that there are also viral claims, again claims, not verified facts, about individual players directing slurs at black opponents and about hostility from Argentine fans towards black supporters at World Cup matches. These are circulating heavily on social media right now, and some are backed by video, others and independently confirmed, worth flagging clearly if you cite them. People also point to the Argentine national team's lack of black players compared to squads like France, England, or Brazil. It's a striking visual, and it's fair to ask about it, but it's worth being honest. That's circumstantial, not proof by itself. Argentina's population genuinely is overwhelmingly of European descent because of that 19th century immigration wave. A team roster reflecting national demographics isn't automatically evidence of discriminatory selection. The chants and slurs are the actual evidence of racism here. The roster is a visual that raises the question, not an answer to it. So here's the honest version. Argentina's white national identity wasn't natural. It was built on purpose by erasing a real black population. That part is history, not opinion. What's happening in football stadiums today, the chants, the slurs, the federation's own warnings, shows that legacy hasn't gone away. While some of the more extreme viral claims about deliberate historical massacres are disputed by historians, and some of the current fan player accusations are unverified. Tell the true story, you don't need to inflate it to make the point. My name is Al Kebulan Messenger, and I'm here standing up for my black people. Thank you for watching. Let us catch up in the next one, guys.